Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, sorry for the jiggly phone. We are in
You can't see it. I'll have to walk around the corner. I'll have to show them in a second.
oh yeah, we're in Kinclaven in Bluebell Woods.
In sunny Perthshire.
Yeah, in Perthshire, and the bluebells are out in force, looking absolutely amazing. The whole of the wood, which is an oak wood, has loads and loads of bluebells. It's lovely, stunning.
We were just chatting about
May.
May.
Yeah, so it's come around really quickly, hasn't it?
It has.
So there's a lot happening in May for us. Yeah, I mean, we last did an update on January the 13th, wasn't it?
Oh yes, when we're up in Windy Hill.
Yeah, and now we're 4 months later, pretty much, and lots of things are happening. So we are moving this month to our new place, which is extremely exciting. So today is all about packing, going up in the attic.
Realising how much stuff you bought for your kids over the years.
Oh God, yeah. And and then we're also decided not only are we going to move house, but we've also set up 4 breathwork sessions this month.
Yeah.
For an intro to breathwork, because this is something that Mark and I have been training on this year. Yeah, we only started this year, pretty much after January, really, probably. Oh, thank you, darling. You've got a much longer hand. Oh yeah, look, now we're coming up into the bluebells, which is so lovely.
Just show you this.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it's really
Just
lovely.
start to come through.
The whole of the forest, the wood floor is bluebells. So we've got 4 breathwork introduction sessions booked in Dunkeld this month. Yeah. Which is a brilliant opportunity for us to introduce this breathing technique to the area.
Yeah.
I mean, we've found it absolutely transformative, haven't we?
Yeah, it's called 9D. If you haven't heard of it, it's you wear headphones. You're basically in your own world, and you're on a guided trip. It's got hypnotherapy, it's got binaural beats, it's got so much built into it, and each breath journey has its own focus. So the one we just did recently was on addiction, and addiction can be in many forms, not just drugs, but it can be in how you work, fitness.
And all these patterns you have, isn't it? It's like all these addictive patterns.
Yeah. So it was amazing though. It was just like, oh wow. So stuff came up for me that I just went, oh wow, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
But very powerful. So that was good to see. But part of this next stage is a big change for us as individuals. So we're having to deal with a lot of discomfort, I think is probably one word I would describe it as. Having been a sales-driven entrepreneur, with KPIs, which are like key performance indicators, goals, and
quarter 1, quarter 2, all that kind of stuff, trends, budgets.
And what you realise is in life you are constantly, especially in business, you're always having to think about the future. You're never present. Oh, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? Hello. I can't quite see it because it's focusing on my face. Sorry.
All right. Okay.
That should be what you. Anyway, so you're always thinking about the future. You're thinking about your targets and stuff, and what that does is it causes continuous stress in your mind and your body, because you're never just present, because you're always thinking about the next thing. And when you hit that goal, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
So
you're never satisfied.
Never, and you can't satisfy it.
No.
So and we teach our kids this, whether they're doing exams or what's going to happen in the exams. You're going to get a degree. We're never just present, and we weren't designed to be thinking about the future all the time, because your brain goes off on one, and it has all these different internal mechanisms for trying to figure out what's going to happen. And let's be honest, all the shit that you ever worried about never happens. That's the secret. It never happens.
What's that saying? You know, I've had a lot of trauma in my life, and some of it has actually happened.
That's right. Yes.
You know, and I mean, all of that kind of goal-orientated striving, that sense of urgency to hit your goals, you know, that's all valid. I mean, we've followed that path for 30 years, and it's helped us, you know, build a family and buy a house and have a business. So it's not that it's not valid. It's just that it does take a toll, and I think that eventually, once you get through that state, you know, what was it I heard what many years ago? You know, the things happen to me, by me, through me, as me was the 3 stages, and I think we're transitioning, hopefully now, from that by me, always striving mentality to allowing things to happen.
Yeah.
So we're still having targets and we're still planning, but then every time a thought pattern comes up, which is one of those old thought patterns about, you know, we automatically think big, we automatically think about scaling it, and then how many people can we get, and that taking away that and going, you know what, we'll just allow it to happen, and if we are enjoying it and if it is feeding our soul in alignment, then we'll continue to do it. You know,
so it's changing the focus on being future focused, KPI driven, to being present and doing something that you feel great about.
Yeah.
And for us, that's the next stage. So this, and I do say this to people quite often, this next stage in our lives, which we're hoping, you know, next 30 years.
Yes.
I'm 50, Sadie's 25. It's scary because I can set up a business and do all that stuff, and that doesn't bother me, but taking responsibility, helping
being present
others,
in the moment,
being present, not goals, it's a scary shift. It's really, really hard, and I have to unlearn a lot of and my body's having to unlearn, and this is what the breath work, all the shamanic stuff I've been doing, the energy healing, your bioresonance. I mean, with your bioresonance, where you're helping people, you know, whether they're going through cancer treatment, whether they've got skin issues,
metabolic issues, all that kind of stuff. You know, we're looking to heal the energetic body, but also heal the mind, and just, you know, where the goal. Well, there's the word again. Goal. The intention.
Yeah. Okay.
The intention is for us to, you know, is to pay it back. You know, people have helped us along the way, and we've had mentors, and we've had, you know, it's nice to be able to kind of help others to be able to take control of their health, take control of their well-being, their mentality, and actually just feel generally more peaceful and happier in their life.
Yeah.
But whereas before we would be stuck in the future, always thinking about what's the future. We're changing that to be stuck in the present, and then every now and again we'll go into the future. So we just go to the future to go, are we going in the right direction? Then we come back to the present.
And I think, you know what scares me the most? People always focus on retirement, and then they get to retirement and they die. And I'm like, shit, was that all life was about? Why do you have to wait until we retire to enjoy what we have? And that was my wake-up call, especially over COVID. I'm just like, never again. So yeah, that's the start of it.
Was it The Alchemist, where he went, you know, the guy with the motorcycle that went down, and the fisherman?
Oh yeah.
The book? Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. And he was like, you know.
Yeah, it was that classic thing where a wealthy guy goes to Mexico in a fishing village, meets a fisherman. The fisherman's just come off his boat, you know, he's playing dominoes with his pals, and he starts chatting to him, says, can I rent your boat and use a captain? So he rents the boat the following day, and they got chatting. He goes, how many boats have you got? He's got just the one. And he's like, well, so you have to go out every day? He's like, yeah. And then, you know, you catch fish, yeah, and I sell it to the local market and I make just enough. He goes, well, why don't you scale up? If it's so successful, get another boat, hire another captain, another crew, and then basically what you can do over the time is you can build a fleet.
And he says, what?
And then you can,
for what end?
And then you can take it to the market. You can export to the US, good luck with those tariffs, and do all that stuff. And then what you could do is then sell the business because it's got real value, retire, move to the seaside, have a little fishing boat and enjoy your retirement.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so true. It's
Yeah.
so true. So yes, so
Realising it doesn't take as much as you think it does, because actually success in itself and working hard takes a lot of money, and also the cost is not just financial. The cost is also your well-being. The cost is your family time. The cost is your health and that stress and the lack of sleep, and you're busy then running around for everybody else's agenda and your life, your connection to your children. You may be on your third marriage, you know what I mean? And yes, you're successful because you've built this really big business and you've created all these jobs and how wonderful it is, but at what cost? And often the cost is your own personal life.
and you know what else you realise? Is no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit if you're driving a Porsche. No one gives a shit if you've got a 12-bedroom house, because everyone else is worried about their own stuff. So truly, who are you doing it for?
Yeah.
And what have you given up? So anyway, that's
me.
That's me. So we're moving into our new place for Touristry. It's there to help support people. You know, I was thinking it's about really creating a tribe for tomorrow. As society changes, as technology advances, it's become a bit of a minefield, and AI is going to disrupt it.
Yeah.
Robots are going to disrupt things. Are we ready? Are we teaching our kids?
It's a very anxious time at the minute. There's a lot of people that are feeling stressed. There's a lot of news that is hijacking our thought processes, and you know, they're talking about all the things that are going on in the world, and there's a lot of change happening in America, and then we've just had the by-elections in the UK, so there's a lot going on, and it's very stressful for people, very stressful. And what we need to do is we need to become more present. We need to focus within our own lives and focus on nourishing practices that are going to help us through this time that is just so much change in the world. And on top of that note, we're changing everything. Not only are we moving house, but we're also starting this new business at the same time.
And all the fun stuff to go with that. So we're just going to, it's also educating, showing our kids how you start a business. What a great opportunity to do that from scratch. Again.
But a purpose-led. Yeah.
So
hopefully from the heart.
If all this stuff resonates with you, hit that like button, subscribe to us, whatever you have to do on these channels, whatever they do, and share this with somebody. That would be amazing. And sign up to our newsletter. It's just on our website, touristtree.com. That's TORUS.
Yes.
TREE.com.
That's right.
See, that education wasn't wasted. Thank you for our little ramblings. If you like this, we'll do more of it.
Yeah.
Just part of our little morning walk.
Blessings on this lovely May Saturday.
And I'll just finish off with this this view of the bluebells just about us.
We'll take some pictures, eh? Let's share them.
Yeah. And there you go. Ta-ra.